guys, how's it going? So, don't worry about the little bit of extra noise. I got my heater going on right here since it's really cold, and I have a glue up going on over here, so yeah, don't worry about it. So, now that my basement spare room is usable again thanks to my new temporary shelving, if you missed that video you can check it out up here, I'm realizing I will also need a workbench in there as well. Since my current one in my shop is an old IKEA desk I bought from a friend for $40, my thinking is I'll build myself a new workbench for the shop and I'll send this one to live in the new stain room. I decided just to use construction grade lumber for the workbench since it's all here already. So after a quick measurement to get the height of my table saw, since my workbench also serves as my Outfeed support, I head over to the miter saw and cut the 2x4s into 4 48-inch lengths, 3 21-inch lengths, and 4 1.5 inches shorter than my table saw length. With the pieces cut to size, I start assembling the 2 frames with 2 48-inch long pieces and 3 21-inch long pieces using butt joints and screws. Then with the frames finished, I start building the new workbench upside down on the old workbench and start attaching the legs to the inside corners of the frame. With that done, I pull a little switcheroo and set up the next frame to be attached to the legs. To lift this frame up off the ground a little bit, I'm just using some 2x4 scraps and screwing the lower frame into the legs. And with that, the old workbench needs to GTFO and make way for the new workbench, even though it's not done yet. For the top of the workbench, I'm going to use an 8-foot 2x12, again because I had them in stock. I cut it right down the middle at the miter saw and screw it down to the frame. For the bottom shelf, I'm using a scrap piece of plywood left over from my basement temporary shelving. I line it up on the top of my workbench, mark it, and cut it to length. Then measuring out the legs and marking it out with my speed square, I cut out the 4 corners of the plywood with the jigsaw, drop the plywood into place, and screw it down. And with that, this workbench is done. For now, anyway. Really though, this is probably the simplest workbench you can make. You can make this with a circular saw, drill, square, and tape measure. In total, I think it took me just over an hour to build, so with limited tools, 2 hours and $50 or so worth of materials, you can have yourself a very strong and very sturdy workbench. No, it's not going to win any beauty contests anytime soon, but that's not anything I'm going to worry about. I can always make some improvements like a leg vise or some drawers later on in the future. So on that note, thank you guys for watching, and if you like what I'm doing here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you have any questions or comments, I look forward to reading them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more current projects, you can follow me on Instagram at JohnTheShriner. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video, and have a good one.